Long ago, when the evenings were quiet and cooking fires painted the hills with orange light, people in Kakamega spoke in low voices about Mama Elima. She lived at the edge of the village where the farms leaned toward the great forest. Her hut was neat, her garden always green, and her goats the fattest anyone had seen. Children were warned not to wander near her compound, yet they could not explain why. Mama Elima never shouted, never quarreled, never begged. She only watched. And people feared what watches in silence. At the market she moved slowly, wrapped in bright lesso, greeting everyone with a soft smile. If someone was sick, she might appear at their door with herbs. If a cow stopped giving milk, she would whisper something and, by morning, the gourd would be full again. Some called her kind. Others said kindness can hide teeth. One season, strange things began to happen. A young hunter claimed he saw a light moving between the trees at night, floating like a lantern with no hand to carry it. A mother swore she heard whispers circling her roof after midnight. Dogs barked at shadows and refused to be quiet. Soon, the stories found one name. Mama Elima. The elders decided they needed truth, not rumors. Among them was Baresa, brave but curious, who volunteered to watch her homestead after dark. If she is innocent, he said, we protect her. If not, we protect ourselves. So when the moon rose, Baresa hid behind the banana trees. For hours, nothing moved. The night insects sang. An owl drifted overhead. Baresa nearly laughed at himself for believing children's tales. Then the door of the hut opened. Mama Elima stepped out, no lesso, no sandals. She carried a small calabash glowing faintly blue. She did not walk toward the path. She walked toward the forest. Baresa followed, heart beating like a drum. Deep among the trees, she stopped in a clearing. The wind died. Even the insects went silent. Mama Elima knelt and poured something from the calabash onto the ground. The soil shimmered like water. Baresa trembled. She began to speak in a language older than the village, older than memory. Shapes seemed to move beneath the earth, rising like smoke that could not decide if it wanted to live. Baresa gasped. Mama Elima turned. Child, she said, her voice calm, almost sad. If you have come, then it is time the secret stopped hiding. Baresa wanted to run, but his legs would not listen. She told him everything. Long before the village grew, her grandmother had guarded the forest. Not with evil, but with bargains. There were forces there that could ruin crops, poison rivers, twist minds. Someone had to stand between the people and the darkness. The glowing calabash was not for harm. It was payment. What you call witchcraft, she whispered, is the fence around your lives. Baresa felt his fear loosen, replaced by confusion. Then why hide? Because people fear what they do not understand. She replied. And fear can turn quickly into fire. But secrets are like smoke. They always find air. Baresa promised silence, yet by sunrise the story had torn through the village. Some believed him. Many did not. A crowd gathered, angry and afraid, demanding she prove her innocence. Mama Elima did not argue. That night she did not go to the forest. And the forest noticed. Winds howled down the hills. Livestock broke their ropes. A sickness struck the crops as if invisible teeth chewed the leaves. Children woke crying from dreams filled with moving shadows. By morning the elders came to her door, not with threats this time, but with shame. Mama Elima, they said, forgive us. Guard us. She looked at their frightened faces and understood. Protecting people did not mean they would always love you. It meant they would need you. So she took up the calabash again. From then on, no one called her witch with hatred. They called her keeper, grandmother, the one who stands at the edge. But in the evenings, when fires painted the hills, parents still warned their children. Respect the forest. Respect the old ways. And respect the woman who walks when the moon is high. Because some secrets are not evil. They are responsibilities.